Hey, what up, guys? It's your boy AP with another video. Um, it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. I was just a little bit busy, caught up with some things. Every time I try to upload, I just be caught up with something. Like yesterday, I was gonna upload, but I got, you know, I had to go to a party with some family. Spend some family time. And yeah, but I've been able to do a little bit more reading, a little bit more, taking notes right here. And to talk about today is gonna be similar to my video with alcohol, but this time is gonna be with drugs. And these aren't my opinions. I'm just you know regurgitating or sharing what I've read in the book of 50 Cent's Hustle Harder and Hustle Smarter. And he talks about drugs and what it's been like for him in his career. So we're gonna get into that, right? So we're gonna talk about competition. So as we know, the music industry, hip hop, is very competitive. It's as I've heard many rappers say, it's a competitive sport. It's very competitive. It doesn't really matter if you're in country or if you're doing jazz. It doesn't really matter. Everything is competition, right? Since we're little boys and girls to adults in the office space. And so competition in hip hop, a lot of rappers say that drugs can open up a pathway to creativity. They claim that they do their best work while they're high. And you know every time you go on YouTube and you type in rappers in the studio, you always see them smoking weed, drinking. On the video, who knows what they do behind the videos? Maybe they might take a line, or they might do some other type of harder drugs. But it's true, for some reason, maybe jazz musicians also, they used to smoke marijuana to play better, relax themselves. Who knows? When you go up on stage or you're about to perform in the booth in front of engineers, your friends, maybe there's a couple cute girls in the studio. You want to be like, search for like confidence, search for creativity to perform or do whatever. It may help you, or you may think it helps you, but right here 50 Cent is saying that it's a crutch. It's a crutch if you feel that you need this in order to perform, to produce, to be the artist that you need to be, or find the creativity that you need to be. So it says some rappers use it when they may feel insecure or lacking focus. This approach may be helpful when you're getting started, but after a while, you never going to get far if you feel you can't go without it. And the goal is longevity in the music industry, right? Longevity. There's only a few rappers that I can think that have longevity. Some of them, as you all know, Snoop Dogg, he has longevity, but he's like, I don't know, he's like a rare Pokemon, a Snoop Dogg Pokemon. But yeah, like Curtis, 50 Cent, maybe might, when he was young, might have smoked a little bit, drank a little bit. Jay-Z never really seemed to me a person that would smoke, like, or smoke weed. He would say it in his raps, but I know he would lie a lot in his raps too. But he had that verse, telling lies that sound true. I don't know what song is that from, but yeah, 50 Cent, a lot of rappers say things that they don't really mean. There's a lot of rappers that say that they've killed people when they haven't really. They do drugs when they actually don't do drugs. That they're reckless when they're actually very smart and intelligent and wise with their money, and move very strategically. It's just to sell, right? Like another Jay-Z lyric was like, I dumbed down. What do you say? I dumbed down my rhymes and I sold more or something like that. And it's true, us, the consumers of music, hip hop, especially hip hop, we want to hear something fly. We want to hear, throwing stacks at the club. You don't want to hear about raps about, like, investing investing in certain stocks and, certain currencies and something like that. So, the rappers, they just rap about what the people want to hear, and most people are not really, uh, you know, aware or don't care to be smart or try to be smart. Or so yeah, he's saying, but longevity, it can get you, when you're a kid, maybe it can get you going with the younger crowd, like, like who's like I don't know if you guys remember, what was his name, little Pump, yeah, doing drugs, drinking lean, and all that little, the with the face tats, the new, they're old now, but back at that a couple years ago, uh, you know, they're popular. It can get you the wheels, the motion going, but after a while, it starts to get played out. You're talking about, like, you know, doing drugs, money, partying, girls, but after a while, it gets played out. The tune gets old after like a few years. And if you feel like you need, and also while you're doing these drugs, you're destroying yourself, right? It might be for short bursts that you feel great, you feel good about your creativity, about your confidence, trying to wash away insecurities or whatever, or problems. And you can get good songs. You can get the vibe. You can, sometimes you need to go that route to get a certain song or a vibe that you're aiming for. But if you use that for a long time, then the fumes are gonna run out eventually. And in the music business, is like the sports business. The NFL stands for not for long. It's probably the same thing for the music industry. So right here, we're gonna go back to 50 says that he's witnessed rappers that not being able to perform in the studio or can't connect with the vibe without being high. They can't be the artist they want to be without being high. Now, that's true. Like I was saying, they need it. They feel like they need it to connect to vibe, but it's not gonna last long. Now let's imagine if the crutch isn't available. So what this guy, now what 50 was saying in the book was like, let's just imagine that, um that crutch, it could be marijuana, it could be, lean, it could be pills, it could be whatever, alcohol, you know um let's just imagine if it's not available where you're at, you know or you can't, or your drug dealer, your weed dealer, um is on vacation, or is, I don't know, had a heart attack, I don't know, you never know, he's not there. And you're an artist, right? You're in the studio and you get a phone call, you know and guess who it is? Let's just say an example is Dr. Dre, and he needs you as a rapper to spit a verse for his new beat. What are you gonna tell Dr. Dre? Are you gonna tell him, like, no, hold up, like, let me call my weed man, and he's gonna pull up in like 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna roll up, and then I'm gonna get high, and then I'm gonna start writing my verse, or do a freestyle? You're gonna tell, like, Dr. Dre? You're gonna tell Timbaland, Mustard, or one of these big producers that you can't do a verse because your weed man hasn't rolled up yet? You're gonna tell one of those guys that you can't do it? Yeah. So if your weed man gets there, like, let's say it was 30 minutes, he pulls up, that opportunity, with one of those big producers, could be gone. It could be the ship has sailed. Your opportunity has dried up. So that's what he's saying here. Like, what if that crutch is not there? You know. Um. So let's see. So yeah. So if you're a creator, You have to be able to practice your craft in any situation. It's important that you can create your own comfort zone without depending on any substance for help. Yes, you might believe that these things can help you be a better artist, but you also need the confidence to know that you can do without them. Otherwise, you're never going to be in total control of your own situation. So yeah, that's a good a read right there. Uh, don't depend on be that guy without drugs, without alcohol. Yeah, it's cool, you know, have a good time. I'm not saying, you know, but be able to be that artist that you can do without it. Like if you like, oh, I need weed, so mustard can come through and I can spit a verse on it, and I say I could spit a hot verse right now with or without it. Be that type of guy. But a lot of artists, they do feel they have the need to use drugs to get things done. And it can't be it could just not be like not just music related, right? It could be like, yo, I need this alcohol to get through my day. I need this weed to make it through my shift or my day, my week. you know you like, what are you gonna do when you run out? You're gonna go, what? You're gonna go nuts? You're gonna go crazy? You're gonna be cranky? You're gonna be, nah, you want to be that guy that can, like, I can have a bottle of whiskey at my kitchen, right, at my kitchen refrigerator, and I don't even pay attention to it for like a weeks, months, perhaps a year. And then when your friend from, I don't know, like comes to visit you, you crack that bottle open and you pour yourself a couple glasses of whiskey. You guys get the good conversation going. You guys chop it up, and you guys have a good time. But 50 saying here that, don't be that person that you need those drugs to get things done. Yeah, so no matter what situation you're in, you don't ever want to depend on anything or anyone other than or another person to make you feel in control and comfortable. That sense of confidence should always come from within, not from an external sources. So yeah, that's just a good end off. And this is to, like, not, but these what I'm reading and sharing is not my opinion. It's just what I'm reading. It's just something that, it can be useful for some people. Some people may do phenomenal with drugs or alcohol, and they can control it, or they just need it and they just don't care about the rest. But I'm just sharing you with what I've read. So this is another side of 50. So the Wiz Khalifas, Snoop Dogg's, they've been great, with using weed, and they've grown their brand very big and been very successful for a very long time. So it's not always gonna for everyone. It's just for whoever this information speaks to you, grabs to you, like, this is me. I need to cut it down, I need to cool it, or I need to make certain changes. But so we're just gonna finish off with this, with 50 doesn't judge people who drink or smoke. Some people are able to be truly social drinkers or smokers. They can participate in a social setting, but they can also go without it. But if alcohol or drugs or both have a hold on you or have a certain pull on you, it's important that you address the problem head on. It's going to require a lot of discipline and focus, and you can build a lifestyle for yourself that doesn't need to be fueled by drugs or alcohol to get things done. So yeah, that's just my take on what I've been reading. I hope you guys like it. If you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate that very much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.